challenge me, mortal? A god of Olympus?
A true warrior does not hide, Poseidon! Leave the sea and face me!
You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos! I will leave nothing of you in my wake!
Jump to my hand!
Never defeat us! For the greatness of Olympus! You will fail! For the glory of the gods!
Zeus should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Unlike the Colossus of Rhodes from our last game, Poseidon's battle didn't get kick-started for a half hour, which was a nice time to get reacquainted with the controls while pushing aside some useless blade fodder before the Lord of Water got involved with his water chariot. Being attacked by a half-tentacle, half-horse shows that at least God of War 3 is starting off on a creative foot. It's too bad that the potential to start out awesome was sandblasted to pieces by how difficult it was. I know that God of War 3 is essentially a step-off game from 2, but keeping the difficulty curve going was a terrible idea. The horse attacks are the usual deal for a giant boss in this series. Hard to dodge with ambiguous hitboxes that cover the entire battlefield. And these things do not go down easy. You'll be spending your entire health bar trying to get this thing out of the frickin' way. It happened twice, so you get to enjoy that wonderful battle all over again, but then there's Poseidon himself. The battle gets a touch easier since you get more of an area to work with and his attacks aren't all screen-sized, but it'll still kick you up and down the Gaia path, and it does make some good showings with cinematic QTEs that keeps the pace up, but then that all fails on its face when you get to the one-on-one portion of the battle where Gaia has Poseidon pinned against the mountain. The battle remains the same as his liquid steeds. The area is tiny and doesn't give you any way to dodge or block his screen-sized punches until you realize that you can avoid his attacks by climbing up the vines on the side of the battlefield. And excuse me if I didn't see something that looks like background when I'm getting completely floored by a man who should not be able to move. This would have been fine if it was just a small phase, but it's not. This guy remains statue strong even after all the shit we've already dealt him. At the very least, Poseidon dies in a spectacular fashion similar to the Thanatos finisher at the end of Ghost of Sparta, but not as directionless. It gives us those extraordinary first-person moments where we get to experience Kratos' brutality on a new level, then he falls into the Mediterranean and proceeds to destroy the planet. This could have been a great set piece that gets us tuned into the action on the spot, but the battle with the steed and the master are so brutal and apart from every other starting boss in the series that it kills the pace and makes Poseidon irritating multiple times. Remark on your murder of millions as I settle the score.